Here we go. This is probably going to be a lot of, and for this one, I'm going to go through the slides, give you the preview. You'll have the slides for reference, and then I'm going to do the demo for Merge. Okay, so welcome to SNACSchool, Module 5 for Merge. Merge allows SNAC editors to bring together multiple duplicative records for the same entity by searching, selecting, and automatically pulling together all the elements from all the records designated for a merge. Here are a number on the screen. Here are a number of duplicates and near duplicates for Gloria Steinem. These varying forms result from the ingest of varying name entries from finding aids and other resources during SNAC's research phase and development phase. The SNAC browse search allows you to see duplicates and or near duplicates positioned closely together in the alphabetical run inside the SNAC system. We're going to be looking at the example of Buffy St. Marie and a couple more. We might not even do Buffy St. Marie because I think that Dina Herbert did this one last and they may not have been repopulated, so don't quote me. Here we go. You'll first locate the main record or the record into which you will merge other duplicative records. This will take time as editors must take all efforts to identify the correct record to retain and then which ones you'll be removing or merging away. I think is the way we sometimes term it. For this example, Buffy St. Marie's main record is the only one that will be in correct order under browse. In many other instances, they might be next to each other. But in some cases, depending on spelling errors or the order in which elements of a name are entered, you might find them in very different locations in the alphabetical order in SNAC. Merge, as you are imagining, does take a bit of time and research. So continuing there, it's important to know that during SNAC research and development, data resulted from these finding aids, in some cases, other authority records where the information was uncontrolled. You'll find one entity's name presented in a number of configurations. So it's a good example here. At the top, you have Buffy St. Marie, where her first name and then her last name are found first. And that's not the traditional way, right? It's usually last name, comma, first name. And the image below, you see that order reversed. But it's important for SNAC users who are attempting merge to remember that these names for the same entity might be in very different places in the system. You can use an advanced search in SNAC, and we'll cover that in Module 6 for help on that, where you add an asterisk or a wildcard signal to show that you want parts of a word and then anything else that matches going behind that. So your searching techniques can be a bit detailed when you approach merge, but you'll be surprised at how many of these duplications you'll find. If a heading appears really vague, be prepared to follow the links to archival collections finding aids or related resources or related names that you're also seeing in SNAC. You may have to scan linked archival finding aids and CPF links to finalize your merge decision because you really want to make sure that you're making the right choices to bring these records together. It's important to say now that merge isn't reversible in SNAC at this time. We have merge, but we don't have split. So that's a functionality we look forward to in the future. Don't be worried if you make a mistake doing this. I have a running list of records that I have accidentally merged together. And when the split or the divide or reversing merge becomes possible, I'll be able to go in and separate those records out again. But that's just to say, be extra cautious when you're merging records. You'll designate the records to merge by checking the box to the left of the name. And remember that they might be on a different page of the alphabetical list. Once you've decided on the records to merge, click Auto Merge on the top right. Note that you don't have to merge them all at once. You can choose just 2 or 3 at a time as you pare down the list of the duplicates. Step 3 then is, now that the merge is complete in the system, SNAC will create a brand new entity record with a new permalink and a SNAC ID. So this is where you start editing. If you've identified records for merge where you had misspellings or incorrect order of name elements, this is going to be the place where you'll open up the new record and start editing away those problem issues in the records. When you're done with your editing, send it for review as usual. When editing, make sure to parse and edit the names and variants, and that should be set preference. You can trash incorrect name forms altogether, especially if they're repeating so many times in the record that you're editing. You can just go ahead and click the trash button to get rid of those non-standard forms. Also remember that exist date and place data comes together in the merge from all the different records that you've merged together. So you will need to go tab for tab to make sure that you don't have a lot of duplicated information, especially for exist dates. This could also be a problem for places, because places brought together in this merge action might be duplicating sort of without you knowing about it, and you have to make sure. Note also that when you do a merge, if there are duplicate resources or relations, they will also repeat. So if there's time, go through and trash those duplicates. And then after the SNAC work is, the merge work is completely done in SNAC, you'll notice that a new SNAC ID is assigned to the new put together, merged together record that you've sort of newly created. SNAC will add this message, this notice, please update your bookmarks banner in yellow to records that no longer have their own, to names that no longer have their own SNAC record. So that's something to be aware of for when you make return visits to SNAC looking for a particular name. And other things to be aware of when you're merging. If another person has a record checked out in their dashboard, you will not be able to merge it. You'll get an error message like the one you see here. You might have to contact the person, and there's a way to do that in the message center, to let them know that you're hoping to merge records together. When in doubt, leave it out. If you're not 100% sure that the constellation or these name records should be merged together, err on the side of caution and just leave them alone. During that ingest, there may have been honorifics ingested, like Mrs., Lord, all titles, that sort of stuff. You'll want to do a search if you think the person might have had an honorific attached. Do a browse on that particular text, because that will definitely push it into a different area of the alphabetical list in SNAC. Okay, that's the end of the slides for Module 5, and I'm going to hop over to SNAC, and we're going to try, I'm going to demonstrate a couple of merges. I have some that I discovered, and I will do them. I'm not going to do the Buffy St. Marie one, but I will do others. I discovered, and I like to go through, browse is really the best way to do it, because it gives you a very clear picture of the alphabetical arrangement. Earlier, I saw records for Quick Step, and it's a corporate body, and you get the, move this back to corporate. I'll change this to corporate so it takes out all that stuff. Also knows Quicksilver Mining Company. Look at all those duplicates. And there are a number of reasons why SNAC created so many duplicates during the ingest, but it's just important now to know that there are duplicates. We have Quicksilver Shipping, and then Quick Step Bark, which is a type of ship. If you want to merge these two together, click here and here, designating them for merge, click Auto Merge, confirm. It gives you one last chance to look. And I can tell you why SNAC created two records here. Notice the period at the end of the second one. Any character difference that SNAC noticed during the data ingest, it didn't know that it made it think it was really a very different name record, and it created a whole new SNAC record for it. So that's why if there's a little bit of difference in punctuation during the ingest, it just simply created a new record. But thankfully, we can merge them together. Now that I know what this is what I plan to do, I click confirm. It does the merge thing. And then here, as promised, is the new merged together record. And notice that both name forms are in the record. You can turn it into edit. And I want to get rid of the one with the period. The one with the period is not proper name form, so we just trash it. But up here, I also need to make sure that things are straight for this one. This is going to be the preferred term. This is in English. It's in Latin. We'll add the form, authorize, and then the rule set RDA. Again, you can look at other tabs and see if there's history. You'll see history notes there wasn't one for either one of these. Dates and places, demographics, relations, just move from tab to tab, having a look to see if there are other things that need to be ironed out. These look like these are two different sources. That's fine in the relations. Under the sources, you'll notice that there are these non-standard incomplete source citations, and these can be trashed out of the record. Now, once you leave that, you're not forced to or held strictly to the rule that you need one source, but you can certainly do extra research to see if you can find anything. Of course, it doesn't. It finds flooring. It doesn't find the name of a ship. Although here's something where it's identified as a ship and not, oh, the Phillips Library finding aids. Interesting. Look at that. Hey, everything's about museums and archives, isn't it? So you can continue to do the research there. Add a new source. You might, whatever research you find, add a source there. Click save. Back on the front page, it takes it back down to just that one name because we got rid of the other one. I'm going to publish this. You would be sending it for review to your reviewer. And when you send it for review, make sure to add in the note up at the top, this new record is the result of a records merge. So that gives your reviewer an idea of what they'll be facing when they go through the record. Okay, let me see. I'll do one more. Let's get a little bit of time, and I have it written down. Browse. This is a person name, Johnson AE. I think it's, let's see if I can find it. Oh, there we go. The name AE or Alfred Edwin Johnson. So these are clearly the same one, the same last name, the same initials, middle name, and then the birth year. So click there and there, roll up to the top, click auto merge, confirm. There we go. See them together. The two headings are actually, there's a third one. So in some cases, there could be variants pulled along with each individual record. And then you'll open up to edit. And then you go for the editing. This is actually a proper form. Be interesting to find if you can find out when this person died and complete their life years. But there we go. I'm going to just publish this one back for now. I won't edit that one further. But that's how you do merge. Are there any questions on merging?
Oh, good here. No, the chat's clear.
Okay.